Welcome into the Convocation Center in California, Pennsylvania, where the California Vulcans will host Seton Hill for Vulcans women's volleyball. Hello and welcome into the broadcast. I'm Stephen Ruffing, and alongside me is the homecoming king candidate, Dylan Godet. Dylan, are you ready to do some volleyball?
I am ready to do some volleyball. It's the first time experience for me. Working with you as a former player should be exciting here today.
California posting a 11-6 record, 5-1 in conference. They're going to be taking on Seton Hill, who has a 12-3 record and is also 5-1 in the conference. Dylan, one of those losses came from last game against Edinboro.
Yeah, California did face Edinboro last game, and they fell in a big game against a Northwest opponent here in the PSAC there in Edinboro. They look to bounce back here today against another tough Seton Hill team.
Seton Hill, on the other side of the spectrum, they come off with a win against Slippery Rock.
Yeah, big game there against Slippery Rock. They were able to defeat them there by a score of 3-0. So this is going to be a big game, a battle for first place here in the PSAC Southwest standings.
Yeah, both teams have some talent. We're going to make our way down to the court. California and Seton Hill, they're going to be waiting for a defensive battle where Leah Bisignani for Seton Hill posting 32 blocks, and California has a big body up front. Tina Belhai posing 59 blocks. We're going to see a defensive battle between these two teams. Seton Hill gets the first serve. Diggings up, sets out, middle set to Tina Belhai. Seton Hill goes in the middle. That one's picked up. Free ball sent over. That one's going to be blocked from Seton Hill. Outside for California. Seton Hill sets up a roll shot to California. Leto sets it over to Priore. A middle hit, and that's going to be the first point of the game, and that one was for Seton Hill. That was number 9, Maggie Murray, with a rocket of a hit.
It was quite the volley to start out this game here. Both teams appear to be ready heading into this big game.
Set from Mary Bach. California sets it out wide, and that one's going to be blocked in the faces of California. Another point for Seton Hill.
Yeah, that was a big block there by Maggie Murray. She leads this team in assists, like you mentioned, with 224 on this season.
Maggie Murray, the setter for Seton Hill. Float serve, California gets it up, and that one's going to be dumped in. Seton Hill regroups, sets out wide, and that's going to be another point for Seton Hill. Ashley Leto unable to get that dig.
And we're talking before this game just how big momentum is in the game of volleyball, and Seton Hill is starting out hot here in this matchup.
Murray sends that floater over, passes up, sets out. That's going to be to the opposite side, and it's going to be hit out of bounds. Griffins now lead the Vulcans 4-0.
They're going to give that to Seton Hill there. Wasn't hit there. In California, again, starting out 4-0. They need to regroup here and try to battle back.
Murray getting a little aggressive with her serve. That gives Vulcans the first point of this game.
There's just a bad serve. Could come back to bite them there. They had momentum going in their favor, and now they give the ball on a freebie there to California.
Marissa Finelli makes her way into the game. She sends a jump serve over, a good one. Sets out for the Seton Hill. That one's going to be blocked out of bounds. That's going to be number 11, Lois Van Schaik, the hand that it hit to send the ball out of bounds.
Van Schaik there was in great position, just unable to get that block. And Seton Hill again starting out very well in this game.
Seton Hill sends the serve over. Sends to the middle, a little miscommunication between Van Schaik and number 8, Haley Murdoch.
And again, with all these moving parts on this California team, a lot of youngsters getting playing time. That just may have factored into that little miscommunication there.
The pass is up. That sets out to Leto. Leto sends a roll shot right to the middle of the court. That's that 0 spot of the court. It's very tough to get that one up. California now gets another point on the board.
And Ashley Leto is a senior for this California team. Great play there. She needs to make plays like that here in this game to keep in this matchup here today, to keep California in it. And with her senior leadership, you really rely on that if you're the Vulcans.
Freshman libero Jensen Silbach. California gets it up. That sets out to Leto. Leto sends that ball down the line. And this one's going to be up with a great attempt, but just goes out of bounds. California trying to make their way back. It's 6-3 in favor of Seton Hill.
You mentioned Jensen there, a freshman. A couple of freshmen getting some playing time here. She was actually the athlete of the week in the Cal Times this past week.
And seemed like a missed pass there from Seton Hill, almost sent over to the net, but just tipped over by Seton Hill, and California unable to get that pass as it goes out of bounds for Seton Hill point.
Seton Hill has been the aggressor here early. To see if that continues.
Ball sent out. Sets over to Van Schaik. Van Schaik sends it. Going to be a middle and a triple block there. That's going to be up. California with a lot of momentum right now, only down 2.
And a nice play there by Tina in the middle. You mentioned her as a force for this California team. Leads the team in blocks there. 59 blocks there for Tina.
A big middle hitter out of Tina Belhigh. Samantha Wright makes her way in. Wright readying her serve. She's going to send this one over. Seton Hill, outside hit. Leto gets that ball up. Sets over to Madeline McKenna. Seton Hill sends it down the line. This one's up. Leto sends a roll shot over. Seton Hill digs that. That one's going to be the opposite side. This one's going to be set to Leto. Leto, a little too early on her jump, getting a little eager and sends that ball to the net.
Yeah, look like a great scoring opportunity there for the Vulcans. Just, again, there, Leto unable to get good contact on the ball.
Strout sends the ball over. That's going to be dug by Finelli. Tina Belhigh sends this one over. They were pleading for a tip, but that one was sent clean out. Seton Hill leads 9-4.
Yeah, just a bit strong there by Tina.
The serve's over. It's dug. Send outside. That one's going to be tipped. It's going to be sent outside for Seton Hill off the block of California and out of bounds. That one's going to hit the hands of Madeline McKenna and go out of bounds. California trails by 6.
Madeline McKenna there, another freshman getting an opportunity to place. 2 freshmen in this lineup here for California.
Float serve over. Leto gets the dig. Belhigh sends it over. This one's going to be set to the middle for Seton Hill. This one's dug up. A scrappy play. A free ball sent over. This one's going to be sent over to Leto. Leto's going to be blocked, and she's going to try to get that pass back up, but it goes out of bounds for another Griffins point.
It's been all Seton Hill early on. You mentioned their record. They're 12-3 overall. It did fall in one matchup here in the PSAC Southwest, and it's been all Griffins here early.
Yeah, Griffins just carrying this momentum throughout this first set, not giving California a chance to get anything set up. Set's going to be over. It's going to be dug by Finelli. Set outside, and this is going to be a double called on the setter, Solo.
And now we're going to see a timeout for California. A great chance to regroup. A couple plays that they just weren't making good contact on the ball, and there's the last one. Really looked like a mental mistake there by the Vulcans. Again, giving Seton Hill some kind of easy points.
Yeah, and a big thing that I'm seeing right now, California needs to penetrate those hands when they're getting the blocks up. Those sending them out of bounds, their hands are a little too stationary, as well as the hits. Right now, it seems like they're just trying to get their groove going. You haven't seen too much aggressiveness. I'm sure you're going to see that kind of escalate throughout the game.
Yeah, definitely. All the aggression so far has been from the Griffins. And another quick thing is, I'd like to have your insight here as a former player to get in kind of the insight. You know, you guys kind of rely on me there for football, and now here in volleyball, your expertise there since you played there in high school. So
I wouldn't say expertise.
I mean, you've experienced it. You know the terminology very well, and you understand how the game should be played. So I just think that's pretty cool there. Again, we don't have men's volleyball in West Virginia, right. So I've never really had the experience of playing just club intramural stuff. So pretty cool.
Right. It's a fun game, very fast-paced. Hope you can keep up with us as we move along. Seton Hill readying their serve. It's going to be number 22, actually, Aaron Parks, the outside hitter, sophomore. It's going to be a float serve over. Solo sets out to Bell High. Bell High sends a rocket over. And this one's going to be blocked in the face of the Griffins. California coming out of that timeout strong.
Yeah, Maddie McGee now, another Maddie there. I noticed most of the freshman volleyball players live on my floor there. Maddie's one of those players that I'm a CA for. She started quite well against Cheney earlier in the season. She had a couple of nice plays there. Nice touch there on that ball. Catch Seton Hill off guard.
Maddie McGee sends a rifle of a serve over. This is going to be set to the opposite hitter. Solo sets outside. This one's going to be just got up with one arm for Seton Hill. Roll shot over. Solo sets behind her, and that one's going to be called in. That was very close. It looked like that was right on the line, but that's just what California needed.
Yeah, just what California needed is right there. Now cutting into this lead. Cut it in half now, 6-12. See what they can do here.
This one's going to be sent in, and that ball just dips. McKenna with a beautiful serve. Seton Hill didn't know how to respond to that one.
Yeah, very nice serve there by Maddie. She's impressed here.
McKenna sends another serve to the libero. This is going to be free ball over. Usually you take advantage of these ones. They're going to go to their outside hitter, and that's just going to fall in. Those roll shots can be very, very dangerous.
And Rachel Peoria leads the team there in kills, 257. So she's, as a sophomore, again, the youngsters here for California getting lots of experience in this season.
A very smart shot there from Priore, as this one's going to be sent out off the California serve. Leto's going to make her way back in. Maddie McGee will have a seat.
Leto and Tina Belhigh there are two explosive players for California. They can really turn games around with their nice explosive play.
Serves over, sets outside. And this one's going to be a rocket. This one's going to be up by the libero, but shanked out of bounds for a California point. Leto got everything out of that one.
Yes, she did there. And that's, again, points that they needed there. Cutting this lead, it was a bit of a blowout here, and they're cutting back. It's 13-9. So
yep.
Great response out of that timeout by the Vulcans.
Belhigh sends an aggressive float over. It's going to just hit the net and fall down to the court. The Griffins have a 14-9 lead, but volleyball, it's a game of runs, so anything could happen. It's all about that momentum swing.
Tina was frustrated with herself after that one, as she knew she could have got a better strike on the ball.
Hannah Moeller for Seton Hill, readying her serve. It's going to be a float over. Leto gets the dig. It's going to be a roll shot over to the Griffins. Set outside, and that one's going to be struck right past Ashley Leto. Ashley Leto just got a touch on it, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's a nice job there by Jillian Lavorse, sophomore. Mentioned the youngsters again. Another sophomore there for Seton Hill, making a great play.
Moeller sends the floater over. This one's going to be set outside, a block. Almost got up, but was too much for Katie Wenson of Seton Hill.
A nice scoring opportunity there for California, and now see if they can continue this. Their momentum's kind of switching back toward in favor of California. Not seeing Seton Hill go on the runs like we saw early on.
Solo sends the serve over. This one's going to be set to the right side for Seton Hill. That's Silbog sends a free ball over. Seton Hill sends outside. This one's going to be blocked by California, but it's going to rocket out of bounds for another Griffin point.
Definitely, it's nice hard hits here by Seton Hill, and California's unable to get very good blocks against the Griffins.
Bach sends a serve over. This one's going to be sent to the middle, a rocket shot. This is going to be a roll shot over for the Vulcans. Leto sets outside. That one's going to be get up, and that's going to be tipped. A very smart shot. Catches California off guard.
What soft touch there on that one. Beautiful touch there to give the Griffins another point. And just as we mentioned, California starting to climb back. We're now starting to see maybe a run here forming for the Griffins.
It's not about how you hit it, it's about where you hit it. Bach sends us over. This one's going to be set to the right side. A roll shot over, just sneaks past the Seton Hill defense for a California point.
And Murdoch Jr. there out of Shrewsbury, Pennsylvania. So I believe I got that pronunciation right. In Pennsylvania with all these All these long names.
Finelli readying her serve. Jump serve is out. One's going to be set to the back row. Finelli gets that up. It's going to be set to the right side. A swing by Van Syke. Leto now has a chance. She has an aggressive push. This one's going to be dumped over for California. Van Syke sends a roll shot. This is going to be dumped. Finelli gets the dig. A tip from Murdoch. Seton Hill gets a strike. That ball's up. It's going to be set outside. Leto with a strike. Outside for the Griffins. It's going to be tipped. It's going to be brought up. Leto gets a strike, and it's up again. It's going to be tipped over for California, and a little too much for them to handle. A big volley there, and Seton Hill were the victors out of that.
A huge volley right there, and it just seems like every time California gets a nice strike at the ball, the Griffins are there and in position to make a nice hit on the ball.
Float serves over. Silbach gets it up. It's going to be set over to Leto. Leto sends a line shot. It's going to be hit by the middle hitter for the Griffins, and another point. That was number 21, Leah
Steve, you're a former player here. Look at this that does do to your mojo there is you get so many nice hard strikes on the ball, and they're right in perfect position.
I mean, you got to find a way to get past him. Leto with a hit. This one's up. It's going to be dumped over, and another point for the Griffins. But to go back to your question, you have to find a way around it. You're going to see a timeout here exactly from Laterno. Kind of regroup. You need to find those open spaces on the court, whether you get those scrappy tips wherever the player isn't, kind of sending the ball to the corners, picking your shots. That's what you have to do, finding the openings in those blocks. It's all strategy when it comes down to it. But this defense right now from Seton Hill, it's very, very sound.
Yeah, you mentioned in there with just their digs there. Again, being in the right place at the right time. And the hard hits there, you've seen Van Syke make a number of hard hits on the ball. And, again, the Griffins just right place, right time.
And if you want to talk about momentum, I mean, that's just perfect momentum from Seton Hill. Getting in the heads of California, going into this timeout, what can we do? We are doing everything we can. We're getting balls up. We're getting those sets out, but we can't execute. What can we do? It really gets you frustrated, but once you get that point, you go on a little run, it's all about executing.
And, again, from what I know from my sports, this is a mental test here for California because it is frustrating, but you got to get past that, and that's what great teams do. They get past the frustration.
That's exactly what it is. In California, they just need to get this next point, and they need to side out. Get this point coming off of a timeout is huge. LaVorce from the Griffins sends it over. Leto with a beautiful cross-court shot. Again, up by the Griffins. This is going to be a middle shot. Just a little too much to handle. Excuse me, they still get it up. A free ball sent over. Finelli. Solo sets it to her right side. It's going to be up. A middle shot. And too much for Finelli to handle. Just gets past her right side. Griffins on a roll right now.
It seems like the Griffins have found something, getting hits far into the back line of defense there against California.
Silbach gets it up. Solo sets it out to Leto. Leto gets it over. It's going to be up by Seton Hill. Almost and that one's tipped. It's going to be sent out to Leto. Leto sends it down the line, and a little too much for the Seton Hill defender to handle. Vulcans now have 12.
You've seen lots of emotion there from Leto after that hit. She's, again, the senior leader for this team. Wants to rally this group and try to get back in this first set.
Freshman libero Silbach sends a float over. Someone's going to be sent to the middle. A big block there from California. Sent to the right side. A triple block once again. And they tried to cover that hit, but that block was too strong for the Griffins.
Yeah, definitely. You had two of the better blockers there for California and Belhai and Leto.
Silbach sends this over. That ball's up. It's going to be a free ball from Seton Hill libero. This one's going to be a one ball sent to Belhai. Belhai doing what she does best, getting this team back into this game with that hit.
What a hard strike on the ball there by Belhai. You can tell they're digging down deep here at the end of this set.
Silbach sends a float over. This one's going to be dug, set outside. Big block from California. It's going to be up, a free ball sent over. Bell High. Solo sets it to Bell High tip, and she gets it right back up from the block. Leto, cross court. Outside for Seton Hill, down the line, a big dig from California. Leto, she's going to roll shot at cross court. Set to the middle, big block from California there again. Bell High adding another block to her already brilliant performance.
Can the Vulcans continue this momentum here? They cut it down to 21-15. Can they continue this out through the rest of the set?
California sends it over. Seton Hill sets outside. It's going to be tipped. Someone's there. And a little miscommunication and not enough. A little too many people covering that one. Not ready for that tip. Just can't get a clean pass, and that's where it all fell through.
I think you hit the nail right on the head there with miscommunication. That's exactly what we saw there from the Vulcans. Just, again, the youngsters there, a bit of miscommunication.
Murray sends the serve over. This one's going to be right side to Van Schaik, and that's going to run into a huge block from Griffins, and just 2 points away from ending this set.
And that was a freshman for the Griffins there, and Victoria Ferran there, 5'10" freshman with a wonderful block.
Murray sends a float over. Finale gets it up. Leto with the tough one. She sends it over. Going to be set to the middle. A big hit. Set over to Leto, and that's going to be tipped and fall out of bounds. California gets another point, 23-16. California trails.
Hey, great able to get that point there for California. Seton Hill got the stop with the big block, and now able to come back with a serving opportunity. Rowan could be big to continue battling back here in this set.
Serve is over, right to the libero. Sets to the right side. This ball is going to be up. Sets to the right side for California, and it's going to be tipped and fall out of bounds. That was Madeline McKenna sending that ball over, forcing Seton Hill to get a tip on it and sending it out of bounds.
Mads, as they call her there, with a nice opportunity there as a freshman.
Sets outside. It's going to be a tip. That one's dug. And this is going to be a double on California. And those are those easy points you can't give your opponent. They've done pretty well of staying out of the net, keeping the sets clean. But right there, California failed to do that. This pass is going to be up. Sets out. Sent over. It's going to be dug from Seton Hill. A tip, and no one there. And that will end the set. Dylan, what did you see from California?
Well, I saw them not start out very well there. The 2 times they had to call a timeout, you really saw momentum in favor of the Griffins. And now see if California did get the momentum back at the end of that set. See if they can carry that on into the second set.
And we'll see if California can come back strong in the second set. Stay tuned as we take a commercial break for some more volleyball action here on CUTV Sports 1 and CUTV. And welcome back to the Convocation Center, where the Vulcans are taking on the Seton Hill Griffins in a match of volleyball. California down 1-0 against Seton Hill. Dylan.
Yeah, they are down 1-0, but definitely saw some promise there from the Vulcans near the end of that set. They finally began to regroup themselves and battle back. It'd be interesting to see how they start out this first set. They don't want anything like they saw last set. If they come out strong like we saw at the end of the last one, I think they fare well here in this.
In California, they kept that set clean. Not too many mental mistakes. It's just Seton Hill's defense has been everywhere on the court right now.
Yes, they have, and it's definitely affected California as well. Again, you're talking about momentum and really getting into the heads of an opponent. When you're making digs like Seton Hill is right now, right place, right time, that definitely fares well for you to keep your momentum and get the other team frustrated. And that's what we saw there from the Griffins.
Yeah, and we saw a lot of positivities out of California. Although they're not getting the points, they're setting it up. Their offense is going. Tina Belhai staying strong on that net, getting a few blocks. Ashley Leto getting a few hits, getting a few kills. So there are some positives out of this California team. It's just, how do you beat this Seton Hill defense?
If they can start finding the right place with those hits there, that'll be big. As we really saw them get nice opportunities there, pretty easy opportunities, just weren't able to capitalize. I think that if they're able to capitalize here in the second set, they may be able to come out on top.
Seton Hill coming into this second set full of positivity. California trying to get their taste of a win against the Griffins. Both teams getting their pre-game rituals in before this set starts.
Pretty cool for me as well. We mentioned there I'm a CA here at Cal U, and 6 of the freshman volleyball players are on my floor. So I got a great opportunity interacting with them and talking to them about their game. And it's very cool to see this young California team. It's got to be big. You understand that. There's getting youngsters, freshmen and sophomore, lots of playing time early in their career. That's a sign of a building program here at California.
Of course, Solo with the set. And this set is underway. It's going to be back row hit. This ball is going to be up. It's going to be set to Van Schaik. Van Schaik sends it over. It's going to be middle hit from the Griffins. Leto sets it outside. And this is going to be tipped over, and it's going to be the first point of this set, and that's going to be in favor of Seton Hill.
And again, see how California responds to this. We saw a similar start to the last set. See if the Griffins can continue some momentum that we saw there from them in the first set.
Leto, Solo. This one's going to be jabbed away. It's going to be set outside. Leto gets it up. Solo sets outside. It's going to be blocked. California's going to get it up, but it's going to go out of bounds. California all over the place on that ball.
Start the Vulcans wanted here. See if they can regroup quickly and battle back.
Seton Hill with the serve. Leto gets it up. Solo sends it outside. It's going to be a roll shot. It's going to be set outside for the Griffins, and that's going to be a big block from Van Schaik and Murdoch.
And Van Schaik there finally finding the spot there, getting a kill in there for the Vulcans.
Be a block.
Be a block, sorry.
Yeah, it's all right. You're learning.
I am learning.
Sets outside for the Griffins. It's going to be a roll shot over to Solo. Set. Griffins get it up. They're going to be set it out. It's going to be a free ball sent over to the Vulcans. Solo. It's going to be a tip from Van Schaik. Outside hit. Solo gets that ball, keeps it in play, sends it over to the Griffins. It's going to be tipped. It's going to be almost a pancake. That looked up to me. Referee's discretion. Those pancakes are tough to call.
Yeah, nice effort there by Silball, trying to get home there, but she was unable to do so. And like you mentioned there, had one mess up. I'm going to try to limit those here today. Again, this is my first time calling volleyball, so got one mess up. I'm on a three-strike count here.
It's all right. Leto sent across court, hits the hands of number 8, Jillian Lavorce, and that ball goes out. California trails by 1.
And again, Leto, she's such a key part of this team. You can just tell here from this game. Her and Tina there, two the best leaders on this team.
Passes up. A bad set, and Van Schaik takes advantage of every bit of that atrocious set from Seton Hill.
Yeah, definitely not what the Griffins were looking for, but exactly what Van Schaik wanted there.
That play just fell apart for the Griffins. That serve is over, sets out, a big block. Seton Hill keeps it up. This one's going to be hit over. Solo with the dig. Sets to Van Schaik. Ball is up, sets out. That's going to be out. No touch, says the line judge. California takes their first lead of this game.
That's the Vulcans' first lead. See if they can now carry some momentum to try to get ahead here in the second set.
Soball with the serve. Griffins with the dig. And a hit. A little too much for Soball to handle. Goes off her arms and out.
Yeah, that was the sophomore there, and Aaron Parks out of Chesapeake, Virginia there. Nice hard hit there and killed the momentum the Vulcans just had for a split second.
Serve is up. Sets out. That's going to be Leto with a line shot. It's going to be a rule shot for Seton Hill, and a little miscommunication between Silba and Rachel Priore.
Yeah, finding the weak spots here in California's approach here. See if California can fix that here as the set progresses.
Serves up. Sets out to Leto. Leto sends a roll shot. Griffins get it up. Solo sets one to Bell High. This one's going to be tipped. California takes care of it. And a nice up by Silball to keep this play alive. Sets outside. It's going to be touch, and that's going to be in. The Griffins get another kill.
Yeah, and they're racking those kills up here in this one. Just, again, finding the holes in California.
Victoria Ferrian with the kill on that last play. She's going to serve it. That one's going to be way too close to the net. A bad pass. Solo tried her best but couldn't get it up. And those are those easy points you talk about.
Yeah, mental mistakes there for California, racking up just when they had that lead, and now the Griffins stretch it out to 3.
Maddie McGee makes her way in, gets the dig. And that's going to be another double on Solo.
Again, just mention it right on cue. Mental mistakes. You could see California possibly, if these continue, they may have to call another timeout here in this one.
Solo to Bell High, a very fast serve. That's at 0 ball. Bell High perfects those hits as she gets another kill.
And we need a big point opportunity. Tina Bell High usually delivers, and right there she did there for the Vulcans.
Finelli makes her way in the game. She'll ready her serve. Jump serves out, and that's going to be hitting the net. Another mental mistake. In California, all they need to do is clean things up and get back into this game, because they did go on a small run early on in this set. That's going to be up. Sets out to Bell High. Bell High cross court. Not enough. California gets the dig. Bell High, another hit cross court. Seton Hill gets it up. A hit and a block. This one's going to be up. Sent over. And a dump attempt from Taylor Solo. Not enough oomph on it. Hits the net and drops for a Griffins point.
Definitely Griffins have stretched this back out to 5. See if they can continue this on and kind of kill the momentum that California has.
McGee with the hit. Finale with a beautiful dig. McGee with the hit. And it's a frenzy now as California blocks that one away and just falls on their side of the court. Griffins 11, Vulcans 5.
And we're just going to mention if we'd see a timeout of California, and that we do. And Steve, again, I'm going to take over this play-by-play role here. Ask you a question. What does California need to do to really regroup and try to get this back? It seems like the Griffins there are getting whatever they want.
That was a good question. That was a well-constructed timeout, and I think that's what they needed. So far, every time they've called timeout, California came out on the court positive and got a couple points. That's where we saw that kind of big run start to circulate, try to start to snowball. But I think that, Letourneau, he knows what he's doing. Calling that timeout was huge. California needs to come out with some positivity and clean up the mental mistakes, clean up the sets, and keep doing what they're doing. Bell High is getting a couple good hits. It's all about trying to get past the Seton Hill defense.
And with it only being 11-5, I think it's a great opportunity as well to try to not let the Griffins get too far ahead of you.
Right.
Because like we saw that last set, they called a timeout early, and then they stretched out to another lead, did the Griffins. You cannot allow that here. I think that's something they stressed. That you don't want to get too far behind again, because you did battle back tough at the end of the set, but it was too little too late.
Right. And another thing, a little thing here from California, I'm throwing junk over the net. I'm throwing absolute garbage over the net, whether it's tipping, whether it's dumping the ball, anything to get some points on the board. McGee with a beautiful hit, a beautiful up. This one's going to be sent over. It's going to be Bell High. Bell High, a powerful hit. Too much for the Griffins to handle. California on the board.
Yeah, powerful hit is correct there. And again, when it seems like Bell High comes with those big scoring opportunities there every time that the Vulcans really need a score.
Bell High, very clutch hitter. So it's going to be a Vulcan serve. It's going to be up, sets out. Big hit, a big dig from Finelli. This ball's going to be sent over, and this is going to be called as a double. And there was not much you could do about that one. It was in an awkward position to get that ball over.
Yeah, definitely an awkward position, but a nice hard hit there again by the Griffins. They're just showing their strength here. Again, this is a big game. Both teams tied atop the Southwest Division.
Serves out. Finelli gets this one up. Sets outside, a roll shot, too much for the Seton Hill defense to handle as this hits off the arm of Bach and into the crowd.
Again, another big point now. See if we have yet to see here in this set any runs here by California, any momentum. Let's see if that can change here.
Bell High with the serve. Sets out for Seton Hill. It's going to be a free ball sent over. It's going to be a tip. Bell High with the dig. Another free ball sent over by the Vulcans. Set to the right side. This one's going to be up and a little too far away. Solo tried to track that one down. The Griffins are on the board yet again.
Again, it really looks like from up here that California is all over the place. Let's see if they can try to regroup again. That was a big blown opportunity to catch some momentum. Serves out.
This one's going to be set outside, a big hit. Seton Hill gets it up, sends a free ball over. This one's going to be set to the middle. And that one's going to be off the block. And up by Seton Hill. Again, up by the Griffins. Keeping that ball into play. It's going to be set to the middle. And there it is. That's a big hit from Murdoch in the face of the Seton Hill libero, Mary Buck.
Again, another big opportunity there for Murdoch. Murdoch's made some big plays as well, big hits as well.
Solo with the serve. That one's going to be a floater of all floaters. This one's going to be set outside. Hits off the arm of Solo and out of bounds. Griffins 14, Vulcans 8.
And Griffins they're big at capitalizing and big opportunities there. We've seen that every time California's tried to inch back, the Griffins just slam the door shut on them.
Solo set outside. A big block. And this ball's going to be dug up by Silbaugh. A big block from California. Almost another one. Finds the hole in that block, and too much for Silbaugh. A big kill for Seton Hill.
And you mentioned Silbaugh there earlier with just her digs there. 276 on the night. Just needed one more there to save that opportunity for California.
Solo sets outside. A tip. Sent back over from the Griffins. To the right side, a little behind Van Schaik. Couldn't get much on it and sends it into the net.
Now we're starting to see some momentum build here, and a run start to build here for Seton Hill.
Serves over. Silbaugh calls this one, sets it outside. A big hit from that Seton Hill middle hitter, Leah Bisignani.
Definitely, this is just a kind of a repeat of the last set. Again, just I was about to mention there, the repeat of the first set here for Seton Hill, and California really going to need to regroup here late in this one.
Letourneau trying to get his ladies to regroup, try to figure things out. And this game is a game of runs. California needs to go on, give them a 5-point run here, a 5-point run there, and they're right back in this set. It's all about getting your head back into the game.
Yeah, definitely, and I think that's what California's going to need to focus on here. You mentioned kind of pick up some garbage points there. I think that's definitely what they going to need to do to just break up the mojo that the Griffins have right now. And I think doing some things like that could break that up and get the Griffins a bit frustrated, because we have not seen that at all. Griffins have been doing what they want to here in this one. I think getting some garbage points there could frustrate the Griffins.
Right, and I know from experience, playing some not-so-good teams was so frustrating because they sent garbage over. They sent a ball over on the second hit, maybe even the first hit. It was so frustrating. Sometimes those were the most difficult games to play, and I don't think California will step to that low of just sending anything over. But sometimes that really gets you flustered and out of position.
Maybe trying to get some of that here, sending in the youngster there, Maddie Klein, just telling her, number 8 there for the Vulcans, just get something, number 9, excuse me, there for the Vulcans, get something over for us and try to pick us up some points. Tip
from Van Schaik, set outside, a big block up, but that big block sends the ball out of bounds. Another Griffins point.
Yeah, what a way to come out of the California timeout there for the Griffins again. Capitalizing on every opportunity.
This one's going to be Doug. Solo sets outside to Briore. It's going to be tipped. Sets outside, sends it over. It's going to be a back row shot, and a back row shot indeed it is. Griffins inching their way closer to ending this second set.
Yeah, those back row shots have been killer there against California. Seton Hill is taking advantage of that almost every time now.
And what a difficult serve that was to get up from Maddie McGee. That one was floating. And Dylan, when I say these float serves, when that ball is coming at you, it's knuckling. And, sometimes you'll see people with a big jump serve. Sometimes those are easy to get up with than those float serves, and that's exactly what you saw there. A hit from Klein, blocked. California gets it back up. Priore finds that shot off the block and out of bounds. California down by 11.
Yeah, they really needed that one to keep any hope alive here in this set. See if they could just keep working, keep battling, and get back in this one.
Serves over right to the libero. Sets outside. A big block from Van Schaik. And now we're seeing the California Spirit come alive.
Yeah, definitely Van Schaik there. A beautiful, beautiful block there. Now let's see, down by 10. Can they battle back? We saw them get close last set. They didn't quite finish it off.
A set to the back row. Solo goes to her right side, Van Schaik. Van Schaik is going to be blocked, and that ball falls right on the Vulcan side. Griffins 21, Vulcans 10.
Again, big opportunity here. If the Griffins are able to close this out, that could make it really tough on the Vulcans.
Serves out, passes up, sets out to the back row. Seton Hill just sends a rocket over the net into the faces of the Vulcans. And there wasn't much you could do about that one.
Yeah, it's all Griffins right now, like we're mentioning. California don't need to change something here. But this is going to get out of hand here. They're just running away with it, are the Griffins.
Serves out. That one's going to be dug by the freshman libero. Sets outside to McGee. This is going to be too much for Solo to handle. It's going to be off her chest and out of bounds. Griffins 2 points away from taking this set home.
You can really see it in the faces of Seton Hill. They're focused. They feel the momentum. They're taking full advantage of it and not letting them frustrate them whatsoever.
That ball is going to be dug. Set to the right side. And the lefty McKenna sends that ball straight into the net.
And you really see the frustration there for California. They're trying to force things now, and it's just not working out for them.
Set point for the Griffins. This one's going to be sent over. It's going to be dug. Set outside. McGee with a shot. And that's going to hit the net and go out of bounds. and Griffins take another set. After the break, we will have some more volleyball action with the third set. Can the Griffins take home yet another sweep of the Vulcans? Stay with us here on CUTV and CUTV Sports 1.
Since 1937, the Student Association Incorporated, known as SAI, has served the CalU student body by providing activities, programs, and services. Every enrolled student has the ability to take part in over 125 different clubs and organizations. Managing participation in every SAI activity is easy with OrgSync, a powerful tool for staying connected. Located 1 mile from campus, the SAI Farm has 94 acres of meeting and recreational space. SAI, it's your student association.
And welcome back to the Convocation Center. I'm Stephen Ruffing. Alongside of me is Mr. Social Media Director, Dylan Godet.
Yeah, definitely see our social media there on the screen as we take a look at California's team as well in their huddle. We got our YouTube page. We got everything up there. Our YouTube news there, CUTV News Center, doing something a bit different there, putting our news, which we actually have Thursday as well. So if you're watching this live, check that out on Thursday. Our Facebook page, California University Television, our Twitter page at CUTV_PA, and as well as our sports information page there. We don't run that, but that is on calvulcans.com. But again, Twitter, we've been seeing some big response there on Twitter this year, kind of taking advantage of the hashtags there, using CUTVHSR as the hashtag for high school roundup there. CUTV Game of the Week when we have our high school Game of the Week. Even if we continue to do these volleyball games, especially next year where we're going to have to be, every single volleyball game is going to have to be broadcasted. Every single home game, excuse me, there for California needs to be broadcasted. That could, if we were broadcasting every game, man, we'd be all over the place. Yeah. But again, we could possibly kind of archive our stuff there on Twitter by just using the hashtag. So California Volleyball, CUTV Volleyball, or something along those lines. So if you're watching there, you're a parent of one of the younger players, next year we're going to have every home game available for you.
Right, and you're going to have to possibly put up with my voice, as I will very well most likely be on the call of those games, but we don't want to look too ahead in the future. Let's look to the third set of this match. California down 2-0 against the Griffins. The Griffins just took charge in that second set. I mean, there's no way around it. You don't want to kind of lean to Seton Hill's side, but I mean, from what we saw, Seton Hill was just all over the place.
Yeah, they were, and I think they want to take full advantage and try to get the sweep here, 3-0. You see the aggression in their face, like we mentioned. They're ready for this. They realize just how big of a matchup this is. Again, these teams are tied atop the Southwest standings there with IUP as well, all 5-1 here in PSAC West play. So again, see if Seton Hill can continue the momentum we saw the first two sets and just end this one here.
We'll see if Seton Hill can be that dominant team, and anything can happen in the old game of volleyball. Finelli gets the dig, a quick set, and a little too much for Seton Hill to handle. California has the first point in this third set.
Yeah, that was the first point, I believe, there in this game there for Maddie Klein, getting, again, the freshman there, kind of bringing her in to try to get just a change of pace, make the Griffins see something different, and a nice opportunity there for Maddie Klein.
Solo sends the serve. This one's going to be set to the right side. It's going to hit the block and go out of bounds. Griffins tie this one up at 1.
Griffins, again, like we've seen all night, just counterattacking, getting nice opportunities there against the Vulcans. Every time they see a glimpse of momentum, they just kill it.
This one's going to hit the old post. It's going to be out of bounds, giving the Griffins another point, taking this lead.
And we're just seeing California make far more mental mistakes than the Griffins. They definitely need to work on that if they want to swing the momentum of this game.
It's going to be set outside. It's going to be dug. It's going to be dumped over. California gets it up, set to the middle, and this is going to be in the face of Taylor Solo for a Griffin point.
That was just a killer strike on the ball there by the Griffins again. That was another sophomore as well. So youngsters here for Seton Hill as well. We're talking about the youngsters on California. Seton Hill has just as many.
This one's going to hit this is going to be blocked. California gets it up, sends it back over. This one's going to be hit. It's going to be up. It's going to be tipped over. California gets it up. It's going to be sent over to the libero for Seton Hill. Outside hit. Up by Silbaugh. Solo gets a hold of that. This one's going to be war-hawked over the net. Cross-court hit for the Griffins. Another cross-court hit for the Vulcans, and no one was home for Seton Hill for a Vulcans kill.
Yeah, Priore there again. You mentioned it, just how beautiful how well she's done all season long. There's a beautiful hit there to get the California back in this one.
Serves over, sets up, and that's going to be tipped right to that donut spot on the court. Seton Hill getting those nitty-gritty points.
And that's got to be frustrating too for California. They answer to the Griffins every time. California shows a bit of muscle there. They answer right back with some muscle of their own.
This serves out. Set to Leto. Leto hits it right to the Seton Hill libero. This one's going to be blocked, but out of bounds. The big block was there. Van Schaik got a hand on it, but sends it out of bounds. Murray sends the ball over. It's going to be up, and that's going to go out of bounds. It went out of bounds and back in. That is no good. The Griffins get another point. They lead by 4.
And they're just out of whack is this California team right now. They need to settle down and just try to battle back slowly.
And good vision there by Rachel Priore, letting that ball scoot right past her out of bounds. Bell High makes her way back into the game. Silbaugh sends the serve over. It's going to be set to the right side, and a heater thrown at Silbaugh. Shanks off her arm and out for a Griffins point.
Again, she caught Silbaugh there in kind of an awkward angle to get a hit on that ball.
Serves over, passes up. The set to the back row. It's a free ball right to the corner of the court. This ball is going to be rolled over. Bell High gets a hand on it. It's going to fall right in front of number 21, Leah Bisignani, for a Vulcans point.
Yeah, nice location there on that one by Bell High. Again, we mentioned her making big plays. Right there was one.
As there's going to be some sort of liquid on the court. Finelli for the Vulcans, readying her serve. That ball is sent over. Sets outside, hits the hands of the Vulcan block, and onto the court for a Griffins point.
Yeah, this Griffins team is very impressive. I think it's going to be a team to look out for here in the PSAC. Just a very sound, fundamental team.
This is going to be a bad pass over to the net. Bell High gets a roll shot over. It's going to be a back row hit for Seton Hill. Silbaugh thought she could get a hand on that. Too much for her for a Griffins kill. Leto gets a ball up, sets right back out to her. That's going to be a hit, and it's up, keeping this ball alive. And this is going to be a net violation, I believe, on Seton Hill. The referee, or the up ref, didn't say exactly what it was. I'm only going to assume it was a net violation. I think Seton Hill player crossed that line under the net.
That's the first time we've really seen a mental mistake there by the Griffins.
And a bad set turns into a bad hit into the net. Point for California.
The Vulcans need to take advantage of this right now. This is a time where you need to pounce. This is what great teams do. Pounce opportunity like this. They're out of sorts, so you just need to take full advantage of this.
When your opponent's down, don't let them up. That's what they need to do here. A block, hand on it, and that falls in front of Solo to give Griffins 10.
Very impressive there by the Griffins. They looked out of sorts. They took a deep breath, didn't let themselves get frustrated, and they're going to keep charging here.
Seton Hill serve. It's going to be number 15, Hannah Moeller. Moeller serves up. It's going to be set outside to Priore. And we're going to see another double called on Taylor Solo.
Again, if we had a mental mistake calculator, California would be absolutely leading that statistic right now. Very few of them there by Seton Hill, and it's kind of been the way this whole game's gone on the scoreboard as well.
It's going to be back row to Leto. This ball's going to be up. It's going to be dumped. And a joust at the top of the net where Seton Hill were the victors out of that. 12-6 now.
California again needs to settle down. They settled down last time and had a couple opportunities there, but now the lead stretched back out to 6. Need to settle down here.
Floater, not too much for Finelli. This ball's going to be dumped over. Seton Hill gets it up. Silball gets it up, but out of bounds. Silball tries to get a hand on it.
A bit of a frustrating night here for Silball. She's been in the right opportunity, just caught in awkward situations, her body there in awkward positions, and it's got to be frustrating for her. You know she wants to play better here in this one, see if she can turn that around. She's a very competitive person there herself. Again, she's one of those that live on my floor there. I see it firsthand, so see if she can battle back.
Is this going to be a hit? That's going to be called in. There's going to be a new setter for California. It's going to be Samantha Raitt. Priore finding those spots on the court where not a lot of hitters can find. Bell high, sends a serve over right to the Seton Hill libero. It's going to be a shooter right to the outside hitter. California getting caught flat-footed.
Again, that was another opportunity to start a run, and just Griffins answering right back every time. This is a very well coached, very fundamentally sound team.
Tip from Bell High. Seton Hill gets it up. Hit and tipped. It's going to be a hit from Priore. Outside hit from the Griffins. Up from Finelli, a joust at the top of the net. Comes down on the Vulcan side. Griffins 15, California 7.
How frustrating is it, Steve, when just it feels like nothing can go right for you? They're just anything, any mistake you can make is just happening right now for California.
And sometimes you have those games. California has this game now. It's going to be an overpass. Easy block from Seton Hill. We'll see if Letourneau is going to call a timeout. He won't. But yeah, it's frustrating when you can't, when you run into these games where nothing goes your way. You're playing a very sound Seton Hill team. Sets outside for Priore. This ball is going to be up, out of bounds, over to the scores table. California gets on the board.
And California's coming into this one on a 6, besides falling for winning 6 of the last 7, just losing in the last one there to Edinburgh. So they're coming into this one with a bit of momentum on their side, and they just feel like they kind of lost it here in this one tonight.
Set outside, past the block. McGee gets her hands on it and sends it out of bounds. Griffins inching their way closer to ending this match.
And they do have a homestand here with some games after this one. They have Mercyhurst to home, Gannon, Clarion, IUP. All those are big games. This isn't the end of it here. They can definitely find their mojo back here at this homestand.
Too much heat on that Priore hit. Falls out of bounds for a Seton Hill point. Serves out. California gets it up. Set from Raitt. Hit over the net. It's going to be a middle hit there. Too much for California. Block to handle. Griffins now up by 11.
Again, the Griffins just killer instinct here. Just dominated this one.
This is going to be right into the chest of a California player. Going to get the hit away. Sets out. To the outside, a big block from California. Another joust blocked over from the Griffins. A hit from Priore. A middle hit into the face of Rate. Nothing she could do about that laser of a hit.
Yeah, that was quite a strong hit there by Seton Hill. And again, we mentioned that they did not want this one to go any further than 3 sets, and they're making a statement here in this one.
Sets outside, off the block. It's going to be tipped over, and those are the ones that you need to get up. You need to be aware of those ones. That setter is in the front row. You need to be aware that she can get up and can get that ball. Very lackadaisical play from California's block.
I believe they may give this to California.
And they will.
Not sure what the ruling was there on that one. It may have been over the net. I'm not sure.
And I'm not 100%.
It was a late call, I believe, too, there.
Might have been a net violation from the Seton Hill setter. Anyway, we're back to action. This ball's going to be up. And that's going to be a kill for Seton Hill.
And now 21-9. And again, we just didn't see California here in this one just try to get their momentum back themselves.
Right.
Their farthest run, their longest run may have been 2 or 3 points there. It's just been all Seton Hill all game long.
Sets the Shike, Van Schaik, and this is going to be off the hands of some California Vulcans. Falls out of bounds. The Griffins right now holding the Vulcans to 9 points. When you hold a team this low, that's very impressive. The Seton Hill team is nothing to mess around with. Van Schaik with a line shot off the hands of a Griffin and out of bounds. Very well needed point. But sometimes these third sets can be very difficult for the team leading because in the Vulcans in the Vulcans foot or much in the Vulcans shoes in this game, you basically come out playing with nothing to lose. So in the opposing team that's leading 2-0 kind of gets ahead of themselves. But right now, the Griffins really taking care of business.
Yeah, showing a lot of mental toughness there for the Griffins, not letting them get too high. They say you don't ever want to get too high or too low. And they've stayed level-headed through this whole game.
And a big block from Seton Hill sends the ball to the California side, 2 points away from ending this match.
Yeah, we've seen tons of points just like we just saw there. Those hard hits there by Seton Hill, and California has not had many answers there. Tina Belhai, we mentioned her blocking there. She's just not had a lot of blocking opportunities. The Griffins have been very strategic there, trying to work around her.
Hitting around the blocks is a big aspect of this game. This is going to be too much heat for Seton Hill. Can't get that up. That's a Maddie McGee kill.
Great job there by McGee. Again, she won the Vulcan Hamer Award 2 weeks ago there for her play in against Cheney and Westchester a couple of weekends ago.
Finelli, her serve is going to be out of bounds. Griffins now have match point.
And they could end it just here, and I would not be surprised if they do any moment of the game just like this. They tend to take advantage of it.
Serve's going to be over. McGee with the dig. This ball's going to be sent over. It's going to be out of bounds, and that'll do it for the third set. Seton Hill Griffins win 25-11 in the third set, taking a 3-0 win over California. Dylan, what did you see? Any positives, any negatives?
I believe it's a statement dominant performance game. Dominant performance here by Seton Hill. Now that PSAC Southwest play begins up, they wanted to just take advantage and kind of prove what they had here to California. California been on a bit of a run lately, and I think after 2 losses here, 1-3 there to Edinburgh, and now 3-0 here against the Griffins. You can't let that get to you if you're California. You're going to need to respond, see how they respond to this. This is a big part of your season, or you don't want to get too many losses under your belt here for California. You want to try to battle back. You have a couple nice opportunities here at home. You have Mercyhurst coming up, Gannon and Clarion. Those are all winnable opportunities there for California. Mercyhurst only 6-11. Gannon, that's a 15-3 team. That would be a tough one there, but Clarion is a winnable game there at 4-2.
Yeah, and just A lot to take from this game. Seton Hill, strong performance. California, not enough to beat them. They will be back in the convocation on Friday at 7 p.m. against Mercyhurst, and CUTV will be at California as California takes on Rochester for the high school game of the week. For everyone on crew right now, the cameraman Gary Smith, Danny Beck directing. I'm Stephen Ruffing. Alongside me was Dylan Goday. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more action on CUTV.